always end our show on a tangent about our love for Nick Viall.
I know, he's just come so far about... I'm Taylor.
I'm Jane.
And this is Bitch and Bach.
Our show where we break down the latest goings-on in the Bachelor franchise. And this week we're talking about week 2 of Hannah Brown's season of The Bachelorette.
She's so cute.
I go Southern when I'm talking about her, apparently. The Bachelorette.
What happened? Let's recap.
Honestly, I thought this was a fun episode because it was like light and breezy, still drama, but like it's still early on, so it's like a good like piece of mindless entertainment, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into it because for the first time, I actually took detailed notes. Starting off, first thing that happened was the first group date we had, and this isn't the exact list. I didn't write down the names when they were saying them. I just wrote down whichever people I saw, and when they didn't say their names at the bottom, I had no idea who they were, so I did my best, you know? All right, we started off with Luke P. John Paul Jones.
John Paul Jones.
I thought Peter was there, but he wasn't.
On date. Oh.
Yeah. Grant, Luke S. John.
LinkedIn Luke.
We're trying to give them all nicknames, and right now his is LinkedIn Luke because he's on LinkedIn.
He's on
You can't
LinkedIn.
add him though unless you have mutual friends. Apparently, I tried. Jonathan, Jed, Mike Johnson, and Dylan, whoever that is.
There are so many white men who look exactly alike at this point that as happens on The Bachelorette. Okay.
Yep. So the group date is a pageant, which, you know, kind of predictable because she's a pageant girl that at some point the men were going to have to do a pageant. I like that it was early on. We got it out of the way first thing. We can move on. The judges were drag queens.
Alaska.
That was fun. Yeah, Alaska.
And Alyssa Edwards.
And Miss J.
Miss J! Who I haven't seen since America's Next Top Model. They found her.
It was great to have them. It was great having the men react positively to them.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could tell they were straight men because they had no idea who those drag queens were, but, you know.
They did their best to be like, oh, yeah. Oh, them, yeah. Of course, Mike Johnson is immediately game. He's ready to wear heels for Hannah. He's the first one to be like, you know what? I know what, like, drag queens are all about, and I'm happy to, you know, try something new for Hannah. Like, he was just game, and I really appreciated that.
Mike Johnson is on it.
He's probably going to be the first Black Bachelor, you know? It's just, people are saying it. I would be happy if that were true. Hannah is wearing a silver sparkly dress. That was amazing. Her wardrobe this whole episode was killer.
Mm-hmm.
The stylist for The Bachelorette this season is killing it. Every single time she was on a date, I was like, look at her.
Yeah.
Look at her outfit. Wow. First thing in the pageant is the swimsuit competition, which barf. But they had to wear Speedos, and all of these men looked so good in their Speedos.
Except the P.
He was too muscly, you're right.
Yeah, but Miss J loved Luke P and was like dousing him in water. Alyssa was really into it, but you know.
We're biased because we already hate him, but
yeah.
We'll get there in a sec. Jed, not only did he look good, but he made it all about Hannah, and he went over to Hannah and he like shook her hand and looked her in the eye real good. He did the same thing to Miss J, but wow.
I wasn't skeptical of Jed because of the whole singer-songwriter situation that happens all the time, and I don't trust any man with an instrument, ever. However, he has won me over this episode, and I am now...
I love Jed. Jed.
I'm not into the singer-songwriter thing, but I'm into Jed.
Jed has a moment later on in the episode where you start to think, oh no, maybe we're not going to like Jed. And then you always like Jed.
ALJ, always like Jed.
All right, then it's the talent portion. Of course, John Paul Jones rides a unicycle. You know, he's just that boy at, like, our theater college. Like,
he's one of the circus men.
He is a type of boy. When you know it, you see it. Luke S. attempts playing trumpet. He's like not terrible at it. You can tell maybe in 5th grade he tried it for like orchestra, but like I'm probably better at trumpet, and I play very mediocre trumpet. I played it in middle school and high school, and my brother's very good at it, so that's why I attempted, and I'm probably better than Luke S., but still he wasn't terrible. Okay, so Jed writes her a song about wanting to be her Mr. Right, and he sings it, and Grant gets really hot and bothered. Like, I mean, we all kind of did, but Grant goes, oh, damn. And then Luke, his talent was performing love, you know? He just pretended to be in love with her already, and everyone was like, ugh.
He walked up to the mic and was like, Hannah, I'm already falling in love with you. And we're all like, it's been a day.
You met her last night. You probably spent a total of 10 minutes with her.
Yeah, which is, he jumped the gun real fast.
And she's falling for it. She was like... So we get to the cocktail hour portion. Oh, by the way, Luke wins. Luke P. She falls for his BS. That wasn't a talent, by the way. Just lying to a woman is not a talent, okay? We go to the cocktail hour of the date, and all of the other men call BS on Luke P's feelings, and Hannah's kind of like, it's really soon. But still, he manages to convince her that he's telling the truth. None of the other men buy it. We don't buy it. John Paul Jones reveals that he's still wearing the Speedo from the swimsuit competition.
A talent.
Luke, of course, in their one-on-one time is then like, so like, what do you think of my, like, he looks for validation, basically, from her. He's like, you liked that? And she was like, yeah. But then all is well, because Jed gets the rose. Next day, Hannah's wearing a nice white outfit.
Yes.
She's going on a one-on-one with Tyler G. Didn't remember him, but no. Nice to meet ya. It seems to go fine. They go on the first helicopter ride of the season. They cut back to the house. Cam is rapping still. Stop rapping, Cam. They go on 4-wheelers and get really muddy, which is like, Hannah, why did you wear a white outfit for this? My only thought when I see a woman wearing white pants is, oh, well, she's not on her period. My one thought, okay, she and Tyler, I see them being real good friends. They didn't seem to have that much romantic chemistry to me, but they had a couple really good conversations, which is why I see them being friends down the line. They had a really good conversation about how vulnerability is strength, about coming out of your shell. And I have to say, Tyler G has got some really nice, broad, good-looking shoulders. And she just spent so much of the episode just cuddled into those shoulders. And I was like, I get it. I want to nuzzle those shoulders. I called him Good Shoulders Tyler the rest of the episode. Like at the end when they were like, let's go look at the view. Like usually the couple goes and they do that and they're like making out while romantic music plays. No, she was just nuzzled into a shoulder, which is what I would do too. I was like, oh, I just want to,
Those shoulders.
Tyler gets the rose. Enter the pleather shorts.
I've been waiting for these pleather shorts all season.
Episode 2. But since we got the promo for this season.
Yeah, oh my god, she just looked so good in those pleather shorts, and I was like, I want to look that good in pleather shorts.
So they're on a roller derby group date, and I did my best to write down who was there. Let's see what I wrote. Connor J, who cannot rollerblade. Dustin, who has great skin, by the way. The pleather shorts, or, you know, at the date, you know, they might as well be a contestant now. And also the holographic roller skates. Kevin, not Cam, who was at home playing the harmonica and complaining. Joey, Fred Willard was there.
I didn't know Joey was a contestant.
No, there's so many names here that I'm like, I don't know who you are. Darren, Devin, Peter Pilot, you know. Tyler C, and then Garrett, who I'm not, he was one of the white guys. But they have a roller derby date, they have a roller derby competition. A lot of them are really bad at it. They are constantly falling over. They compete. There's an orange team and a green team, so they all come out looking like they're on their 8th grade field trip to Washington, D.C., wearing those neon t-shirts in those colors, so that, you know, so the chaperone can spot them from far away. Afterward, they go to a She said it was a part antique store, part like venue, but it just looked like they were in an antique store that was closed. There was like globes around them. They were on a wicker couch. Why was it called Big Daddy's? Cam, who is not invited, shows up and it causes drama. Three different guys went up to him one-on-one to be like, you're ruining this night for everyone else. And I kind of respect him for just showing up at the group date because he needed time with Hannah. But I do understand that the other men were like, there are guys here that haven't had time. But at the same time, it's the same age-old argument that I feel like we have every season. Whereas if you're complaining that someone else stole time, then don't waste your time complaining about it. Just go get time yourself. Dustin got the rose, our boy.
Probably because of that good skin and that nose
good
ring.
Skin. And then, okay, so we're back at the mansion. This sad music is playing. Hannah pulls up in the car. She gets out. She looks amazing. She's wearing the coolest skin-tight red dress with holes all down the side.
Where was her underwear?
We were wondering the whole night, how do you wear a bra and underwear? Which we figured out she was wearing. We figured out her bra situation, we think. But, I mean, it's her business. But
it is her business, however,
how do you wear underwear with that?
I want to know, technically speaking, where's the line? Where's the line?
But she walks into the mansion. Dramatic music is playing. They're all worried for her. She's crying. Mike offers to get her a tissue. One of the men gives her his hanky. And she just explains that she's just feeling a lot of anxiety about making decisions. And girl said, there was a contestant that last week we determined he was very bland and we didn't know how to describe him. So Taylor called him Mayonnaise. I don't know his name. So I only refer to him as Mayonnaise. So Mayonnaise steals her first. At the group date, he's like, can I take you for a sec?
Can I steal you for a sec?
Can I steal you for a sec? And we're like, oh, Mayonnaise stole her, but what's your name, Mayonnaise? I think Kevin is going to murder Cam at some point. It's just, it's getting under Kevin's skin that he keeps stealing time from him. At one point, it was the three of them in a rose petal heart picnic on the ground, and Kevin was just there, and apparently Cam invited him. It was a very confusing situation, and Cam was horrified.
Cam is just doing so much.
I think it just makes Kevin look bad, which is kind of a clever plan on Cam's behalf. ABC, always be Cam, is his catchphrase.
He brought chicken nuggets for her and then was like, will you accept this honey mustard?
The chicken nuggets looked good. They got thrown on the floor at one point, and I was like, oh, what a waste.
Those wasted nuggets.
They all kept saying all night, she's so real.
Again, what does that mean?
Luke P goes to give her a massage.
Oh, it's so much.
Which we were rolling our eyes. And then he goes, it's just a hint to show you that I'm good with my hands. And which we were vomiting. And she's like, let me reciprocate. And she takes off his shirt. And she's going to lie him down and give him a massage. And Jed walks in. And for a moment, you're like, oh. Jed's like, oh, that's not what you want to see. And then he leaves. And the music is silent. And Jed looks upset. And you think, I, for a second, was like, oh no, Jed is judging her. And is jealous. And this is going to go bad. And I'm not going to like Jed anymore. But then she comes out to apologize. And he's like, I mean, it's not like I didn't know you were dating a bunch of other guys. And a bunch of other guys are pursuing you. It's just how it is. And he comforts her and he tells her that it's worse for her than it is for him. That he doesn't judge her. It just made me really like Jed. That he could see something like that and be like, girl, you're doing what you got to. You're the Bachelorette. I still like you. He just goes on. He gives the speech to the camera about how you can't be jealous. You got to be secure in yourself. You can't do that thing that, toxic masculinity always makes them do where they're fragile and anxious and judgy about women. The roses, they go to. Again, we were yelling at the screen about a couple things. So I missed a couple names. I missed 2 names. But if they're important, we'll learn them later. Tyler C., who earlier in the night, she complimented him for, he's like, you know what I like about you? The way you look at me. And I thought it was hilarious because the rest of the conversation, he was like, he did not look away. He never broke eye contact. And it's I've given you a note that I like this one thing you do, and he's like, I won't stop. Like,
Continue.
Garrett, Devin, Mayonnaise. I don't know your name. Luke P.
I'm gonna call him Douche Luke and Douche Luke, and then LinkedIn.
Yeah. Dylan, LinkedIn Luke, Mike, Peter Pilot, Kevin, who's the guy that hates Cam, Jonathan, who's the server from Los Angeles. I see you trying to be an actor. Mateo. I don't know if he got any screen time this episode. JPJ, John Paul Jones. And Cam. When they go to do their toast, Cam calls her the future Mrs. Ayala, and they all look at him like, what the fuck is that? And he goes, oh, that's my last name. And Hannah goes, oh, well, I don't know any of your last names. And I thought that was like self-aware of the show, and to be like, it's been a week, if that. After the rose ceremony, Luke P goes to talk to Hannah during her like interviews, and they like whisper talk and make out a little bit, and it's like, and I'm gonna use a word that I'm still not 100% sure is a word, but the Bachelor franchise uses it a lot, so it's seeped into my vocabulary. He comes across as so disingenuous to me. He's reading from a playbook or something.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, steal time even when you think, like, you don't need it. Like, stick out to her and stuff. Like, And lastly, some guy who I didn't recognize, ate bugs for Hannah. And it made us almost get in a fight about what's more disgusting about eating bugs.
Yeah.
I say the goose. She says the crunch.
I don't want any part of a body that's crunchy. Let us know in the comments, what part of the bug do you think is most disgusting? The exoskeleton or the guts?
The goo, people! It's the goo!
Any final thoughts? Do we have any predictions for next week? Any things that we're thinking?
Eventually, Anna has to somehow realize that these guys aren't perfect. Because I know later on down the road, she's gonna like yell at them for like not taking it seriously enough. Mm-hmm. But this whole time, all she's been doing is thanking them for being so amazing. All right. John Paul Jones, I picture him saying. I'm Jane, she's Taylor. I like the moon, she likes bees. We called our channel Lunar Buzz for that reason. Like, subscribe, look for more content from us in the future.
Bye!
Bye-bye!